If you're curious about what's going on in Northwest Indiana, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Word Around Town, the Holiday Edition. I'm Steve Jamrok with Realty Executives Premier, your host. And in this podcast, I like to talk a little bit about real estate and a lot about what's going on in our Northwest Indiana communities. But this week, I'm putting all that on hold, and instead, we're going to talk about the holidays and all the fun, festive events and happenings and things you can do in Northwest Indiana to help kickstart your holiday spirit. But first, there's so much happening, I couldn't possibly cover it all. So if there's anything that you like to do in Northwest Indiana, any fun little traditions with you and the families that you like to take part in, please share those in the comments so we can get out there and share that with everybody so that we know and get to experience all the great things Northwest Indiana has to offer during the holiday season. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving, one of my personal favorite holidays, a little more special this year as two of my kids were away at college. They're home now, get to spend the weekend with us, watch some football, get to eat. I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow, just get to stay home, which is great. But again, always a little bit more special when the family comes back together. And then Friday is the official kickoff to the Christmas season in Northwest Indiana, and so many communities like to kick it off with tree lighting ceremonies. Crown Point, Valparaiso, Hobart, and St. John, just to name a few, all have their tree lighting events on Friday, November 28th. St. John does theirs, and then they're going to do fireworks starting at 7 p.m. After their tree lighting. And then in Crown Point, they do something a little unique as well. They actually do a double event where they light their tank. That's a Sherman tank located at Goldsboro and Main Street. They light that tank first in honor of the veterans, and then go down to the downtown square where they light their do the tree lighting on the square afterwards. I think that's going to start at 6:30. So again, no shortage of Christmas tree lightings that you can take part of throughout Northwest Indiana. Then on Saturday, the Santa Parade is back in Crown Point starting at 10 a.m. Weather permitting, Santa typically comes in on a helicopter and lands at the Point Plaza on North Main Street over by the Lake County Government Complex, and then travels by fire truck down North Main Street to the downtown square. And again, it's a fun, quick little parade, just a lot of fun because you get to see all the kids out there smiling, waving at Santa as he arrives in a fire truck and then sets up in the courthouse for pictures and you can tell Santa your Christmas list. Just a great fun way to kick off the holiday season in Crown Point. And then Munster has their tree lighting on December 1st. That's at their town hall. Hammond has a holiday parade planned for December 6th at 10 a.m. That's starting at Gavitt High School and ending up at their sportsplex. Michigan City does a tree lighting on December 5th and then follows up on December 6th with a Festival Lights parade. And then new this year, on December 7th in Crown Point, the Crossroads Chamber of Commerce is hosting a Christmas at Bulldog Park. They're going to have ice skating, obviously, food trucks, carriage rides, and all kinds of fun, festive holiday happenings. And that's going to be December 7th at Bulldog Park. Again, that is brought to you by the Crossroads Chambers of Commerce. I think there's a $10 charge to get into that event, but it's going to be well worth it. Just a fun event to go ahead and kickstart your holiday spirit. And if you're tired of being outside, you want to be inside, be somewhere warm, I highly recommend A Christmas Story Comes Home. That is located at the Indiana Welcome Center in Hammond off of Kennedy Avenue. And if you're unfamiliar with this, it's based off of the Christmas Story movie. And they take scenes from the movie and make them into kind of window displays, large window displays. You're actually kind of walking through and checking out displays of scenes from the movie. It's really cool. If you're a fan of the movie, like I am, I absolutely loved it. They actually had the Santa display where you walk up and then slide down and ho, ho, ho. It's just a really cool display to check out at the Indiana Welcome Center in Hammond. A lot of people don't know, but the author of the Christmas Story book, it was based on him growing up in Hammond, Indiana. So just really special to have that back there. Really cool to check out at the Hammond, Indiana Welcome Center. Now, Christmas lights. This is probably the biggest question I see on social media is where can we go to see Christmas lights? And so many great downtowns and locations throughout Northwest Indiana you can see. I'm going to cover a few of those here. If there's anywhere that you like to go that I do not cover, please leave those in the comments. Again, we want to try to make sure that we cover it all and hit all those great little locations throughout Northwest Indiana. As far as communities, Valpo, Hobart, Whiting, Crown Point, their downtowns are all wonderfully lit up throughout the holiday season. Washington Park in Michigan City is another great place to go. Check out some Christmas lights. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about Crown Point right now just because that's my hometown. And I spent a lot of time driving around looking at Christmas lights with my family here. So I want to share some of the great locations in Crown Point with you. If you're coming to Crown Point, I would definitely start with the downtown square, especially if it snows this weekend. When it snows, it takes it up a notch, and it's just absolutely magical. From there, you definitely want to hit West Street and Candy Cane Lane. I'll get into that in a second. And then you'll want to go over a block to East Street, where the Guard family, they put on their holiday display on East Street. And then you'll want to head south on Court Street and Main Street, where you can see all the great older homes decked out beautifully in the holiday lights. Just really cool throughout that. You can't go wrong just driving around downtown Crown Point. It's really magical this time of year. Back to Candy Cane Lane. Candy Cane Lane, otherwise known as Holton Ridge, is located off of Goldsboro Street, about 4 blocks west of Main Street. And it's been a holiday tradition in Crown Point for decades. It's a small cul-de-sac where all the houses are a lot of smaller Cape Cod style houses, all look very cute, quaint together. They deck them out with Christmas lights, and they put candy canes out front. I recommend, if the weather permitting, just park and walk along Candy Cane Lane. It's not a far walk, and it's really cool to check out, and just a fun holiday tradition, part of Crown Point for years and decades. And then newer subdivisions I'd like to go to. Ellendale Farms is beautiful in this time of year. A lot of great Christmas lights through Ellendale Farms. Copper Creek, a lot of the homes go above and beyond in Copper Creek. But my favorite is Whitehawk. Their HOA does their homeowners association typically does a decorating contest. So these houses really go above and beyond in Whitehawk, and a lot of them are done absolutely beautiful. So definitely check out Whitehawk, one of my favorite in Crown Point. And then other locations in Northwest Indiana, you'll want to check out Warner Christmas Wonderland. That's in Maryville. That's a private residence. You can actually park and walk through their display. The Winter Wonderlights in Maryville, that's on US 30 in Randolph. That's an actual drive-through display, so there will be a charge for that one. The Magical Light Show in Dyer on Capri Lane. That's also a private residence. And then the Bozak Family Light Show in Burns Harbor is another private residence as well. Now, again, all of those do have their own websites. I'll try to link them all in the comments so you can find them there. But if you Google any of them, they'll pop right up. I thought it was pretty cool that they all have their own websites. Harvest Time in Lowell, that's on State Road 55, right before you get to State Road 2. They put on a great Christmas display as well. They have a walking path, a lighted walking trail that you can go through. And then new for this year, they're going to have a petting zoo, and they're going to include some reindeers as well down there. So you're just going to want to make sure that you check their website for when the petting zoo and the reindeers are going to be at the Harvest Time Farm. And then Sunset Hill Farm in Valparaiso, they put on a beautiful Christmas light display as well. Now, by now, you're probably getting a little bit hungry, so some festive dining options for you. A Tavern on Main in Crown Point, one of my favorite. Unfortunately, it's 21 and over, so you can't take the kids there, but you can go there, grab a drink, grab a quick bite to eat before you hit the downtown shopping in Crown Point. And for a small restaurant bar, they do it up amazing. The amount of Christmas lights and decor that they do and cram into a small spot. And I shouldn't say cram because it's done very tastefully. It looks beautiful inside. But definitely want to check out Tavern on Main. Fair Oaks Farm, again, they have 2 options for you to eat at underneath the Christmas lights. Miracle, that's their pop-up Christmas pub. And then the Farmhouse Restaurant. I haven't been yet this year, but I've heard that they have gone above and beyond in decor this year at the Farmhouse Restaurant. T-Bowl's a region favorite for years. They always do some great decor for the holidays. Lighthouse in Cedar Lake and Theo's in Highland, they put on great holiday decor as well, along with True Eats in Munster and Tavern on the Lake in Hobart. Now, if you're looking to be a little bit adventurous, you can go ahead and eat outdoor at a lot of these locations in Northwest Indiana as well, as igloo or snow globe dining has become really popular over the past few years. Provecho in downtown Crown Point offers igloo dining along with River Rock at White Hawk Country Club. And then Fair Oaks Farm, they also have igloo dining, as does Stacks in Valparaiso. Now, Badera Bar in Crown Point, they don't offer the igloos, but they enclosed their outdoor patio this year, so you can actually sit outside and enjoy your drinks and meal at Badera. And I love Badera Bar in Crown Point. Now, after you eat, maybe you want to go ahead and burn off those drinks and that food, and you can go do a little ice skating throughout Northwest Indiana. Crown Point at Bulldog Park, they have a large ice skating rink. You're just going to want to make sure you check their website because they play a lot of hockey games at Bulldog Park and do a lot of other events there. So you're going to want to make sure that it's open for open skate before you head up there. Valparaiso at Central Park, they have a wonderful ice skating rink there as well, as does Deep River Water Park. And then new this year, Portage just opened an outdoor ice rink called Fire and Ice. That's part of the Portage Lakefront Park and Riverwalk. It's on US 12 right next to Ogden Dunes. And if ice skating isn't your thing, and with all the snow that is predicted for this weekend, maybe you'll bust out that sled and go tackle some sledding hills. Now, one thing I've learned about Northwest Indiana sledding is a lot of people have their own private little locations throughout Northwest Indiana that aren't listed. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the parks that are available. But if you have any great locations that you care to share, again, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear about those. One spot that I found out about a little bit later after my kids had already grown up was behind the Meyer grocery store in Maryville. There's a large hill right behind there, and it's great because there's no traffic back there. So again, if you know of any places like that, leave them in the comments. But for sledding, the Lake County Fairgrounds is great, but again, be prepared. It's typically fairly busy there at the Lake County Fairgrounds. Oak Ridge Prairie in Griffith, Hidden Lake Park in Maryville, Indiana Dunes, both the state park and the national park offer dedicated dunes for some sledding there. Lost Marsh Golf Course in Hammond, Sunset Hill Farm in Valparaiso, Stony Run County Park, Lemon Lake County Park, and then Centennial Park in Munster and Rogers Lakewood Park in Valpo. All offer some great sledding, and a couple of those offer cross-country skiing options as well. Now, thinking ahead to New Year's, there's always great things going on in Northwest Indiana for New Year's. So many great bands and parties and dining options. But there's two cool events that have recently been added in Northwest Indiana to celebrate the New Year's. Number one is in Whiting, where they do what else? A pierogi drop. It's caught national news. A really cool event to go check out as you can ring in the new year and watch the pierogi drop. And Crown Point just started their own family-friendly event on the downtown square. They do their own ball drop at midnight in downtown Crown Point as well. So those are some great happenings throughout Northwest Indiana. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll get out there and take in some of these great events. And again, please, share anything that you might have as well that will help kickstart holiday spirits here in Northwest Indiana. Guys, tomorrow again is Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful for all of you who continue to watch and support this podcast. Can't thank you enough. And I wish you all a very, very happy, safe Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you next week.